Hey everybody, this is Mark with Circle of Dark Mother, and today we're going to talk about the Shedim and their relationship to Lilith. So what are the Shedim? The Shedim are known by most from their reference in Jewish tradition. They are described as a class of demons that have one of two origins based on Jewish midrash. They are both male and female. They are human souls that never received a body, or they are children of Lilith and Adam. So Adam incarnate Lilith as a spiritual force at that point. The Shadim were said to be spirits that had their own will. They didn't follow the rule of either chaos or order. So they didn't follow either evil or good. They did their own thing. Midrash states that Ashmedai, or Asmodeus, was the king of the Shadim. Legends also say that King Solomon trapped the Shadim and forced them to build the temple in Jerusalem. But there are much more ancient origins of the Shadim. And even though the word Shadim is most associated with Jewish tradition, it is actually much, much older. The Assyrian and Babylonian languages are both Semitic, like Hebrew, and they both contain a form of the word Shadim. The word Shadim in Assyrian refers to guard spirits and are associated with winged deities that are also demons. In Mesopotamian culture, gods and goddesses can also be demons. Demons are not evil, but follow their own rules instead of the rule of the gods. Later in Babylonian culture, Shedim were specifically winged storm spirits and deities who have demonic qualities. Examples of Shedim in Mesopotamian culture would be Lamashtu, Pazuzu, and other such entities. Lilith and the Shedim. As the first slide stated, some Jewish midrash say that Lilith is the mother of the Shedim. It makes sense that Lilith would be associated with them because in Jewish lore, she is considered the first wife of Adam, a soul created to be human that never receives a body and goes on to transform into much, much more. Moreover, Lilith's origin predates her appearance in Jewish scripture and legends. Her initial appearance is as Lilitu, in Sumerian Dim Migi, in Sumer. In Akkadian, Assyrian, Babylon, she is Lilitu. And these are all the cultures of Mesopotamia. In Mesopotamia, Lilitu was a winged storm and wind goddess who was also considered a demon. Because of these designations, Lilitu was a Shedim to the Assyrians and the Babylonians. Other names. The Hebrew word Shedim is often translated to demon, but of course, this is an imprecise translation, as the Shedim are not typically what Western culture thinks of as a demon. Many scholars believe that the concept of the Shedim becomes the jinn in Islamic lore. The Shedim are also much like the Gnostic idea of archons, rulers that have their own agenda apart from the angelic and the demonic. If the Shedim are the children of Lilith, they would also be considered Lilin, Lilith's female children, Lilu, Lilith's male children, and the Mazakim, dangerous spirits. Some would consider also to be succubi and incubi. In Mesopotamian, as referenced earlier, the Shedim were a subgroup of deity that were both divine and demonic. So that's how Lilith ties into the Shedim and their ancient origins versus what most people think of Shedim. So hopefully that was helpful and gave you some insight. Talk to you next time.